This week on the pod, we talk about the Bob and Tamisha Iman dynasty fight.
We also talk about work and working ourselves to the bone and stress and time management, but it's actually an entertaining conversation. It's not
it's like
just
a nice
me.
one. It's a real free flowing, and then Dipper starts it by chugging a protein shake, which I thought was a little flashy. I mean, you could have done it before we started recording.
We could have, because it was sitting right in front of me. And then also we listened to some amazing voicemails. Let me tell you, slops out there, I live for your messiness, and thank you for calling in. That's all I gotta say. So enjoy.
Tamisha Iman is coming. The show.
Tamisha Iman is calling the show.
The show.
That's
We should
funny.
have. We should have Tamisha Iman.
We sure should. We should have Tamisha Iman on, and also she should make a single called "Tamisha Iman is calling the shots."
Shot.
Enjoy our Tuesday show.
This is going to be a fun one. Also, Bob Monet, I'm very sorry about the things I say in this. I don't believe in my own words.
Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy second. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you slept, you stupid little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you nasty. I'm sorry, I had to take a moment. Dipper just chugged an entire protein shake out of one of those little blendy ball baddies right in front of me. Like it
just
was
trying
nothing.
to get my day started.
Well, you already. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds. This is Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball. That's Big Dipper, and we're having a show. Wait,
Hello.
So you started your morning at 9 a.m. Oh, there it goes. I'm sorry, everyone. It's hot, so if you hear the sound of a fan, that's because I have a fan.
Also,
on.
you know what I woke up to? A tow truck. Like one of my neighbors in my building was signing away his like dead car that has been like sitting on the street for a while, and it was like getting loaded up onto a tow truck this morning. There's a lot of activity. I think they're renting one of the apartments in the building. It was a whole thing. But yes, I got up early today. Cleaned, cooked.
You
lost interest. I went to the park.
You went to the park and had
I went to the park and had a little workout, and then I chugged my
Now, what park are you? Oh wait, let's not say what
protein
park you're going to.
In Glendale. And you know what my trainer said to me today, because he plays tennis. I'll just tell it. He plays tennis on, not like it's any sort of real information. I'm literally just, he plays tennis on Saturdays. So he has me meet him at the park, and we do like a park workout, like on the trees and stuff, like parkour, you know, like we like use
You're climbing trees out in
no,
the park?
No. He brings like straps, but we use the tree instead of like free weights, so that he can then play tennis right after. Yeah. And so I was like, he had me like doing these like step ups up on a bench, and this like the hottest fucking Armenian dad walked by. And I, of course, my gaze just followed him as he was walking, and then I like lost my balance and fell.
God.
But then my trainer said to me, he was like, we can train over on the other side of the park. That's where all the dads park while their kids play tennis, and they just like wait there. And I was like, okay, bitch.
Wait, is your trainer a homo?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. See, whatever I've had a trainer, I've always, and it was very rare, but it was once in New York, I had a trainer, and he was a straight man, and it was always interesting to explain to him gay culture. And he'd be like, yeah, man, gays are wild. Y'all just fuck anywhere. And I was
gays
like,
are crazy. You know
gays
what?
are the crazy ones.
That's our straight man impression. Gays are crazy.
You know them gays. Fags.
Fags are crazy. I was just looking at Twitter. What an amazing time to have the IMHO girls on the show. That was so fun to put out that episode on Friday.
Happy birthday to Alexis P. Bevels. It's her birthday actually today as we're recording this
The
Saturday.
whole fam go off. But one of the funniest jokes that was made was we asked Alexis how she joined the show, and Alexis's answer was, well, you know, they said that I was really funny, and then Darby interrupted and said, Chan, are your pronouns they? And let me just say, it was so funny, and it's such an amazing way it's like, people are having this conversation about comedy and cancel culture, and you can't say anything because everyone gets offended, and there are all these new rules and all these new identities, which it's like, what a beautiful way to be inclusive and funny and time. I was just,
they knock it out of the park every time.
Smart
every
joke.
time they make it, they constantly make smart jokes on their show. That's why I like really like it, because it's like
smart,
and they've talked about like. Well, it's like what we talked about with Bianca Del Rio at the Drive-In Drag, where we were like, oh, God. But it's like, if you're actually funny and you're a smart joke writer, you can elevate your comedy above calling people fags, like I do.
Well, and yeah. But think about it. Think about, like, when people start doing comedy, they go, oh, this is how people are being funny now, so I'm going to do my stand-up show and do like that. And then if you just stagnate at, like, I guess I'm a shock insult comedian because that was a thing in the 90s, then you'll never progress. Speaking of never progressing, Meatball.
I'm just kidding. Do a stand-up comedy
That's what
show.
How was it? How did it go for you?
I was so nervous because not only was it my first time, like, in full dragging it, well, I've been in full drag a couple of times, but this is my first time in front of, like, an audience. I think.
Sustained full drag, not
and
like
it
just
wasn't
for a
me
picture.
relying on gimmicks and goops and gags doing a lip sync number. I literally did 10 minutes of stand up, and I told them, I was like, I'm only doing 5 minutes. I haven't done this in like over 4 or 5 years. I don't want to try it. And I got
but
up
you
there
ran
and
out the clock.
Oh,
but
mama,
you
they
ran
were
out the
waving
clock.
that thing at me, and I just stopped looking. And when I got done, Michael was like, "That was 11 minutes," and I was like, "Thank you." And I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but everyone said I was extremely funny.
Okay, Tutu BB.
And I found that I really rely on my storytelling, which is like I literally just told stories of things that have happened to me, but like pieced them together in a way that like was an art.
I think a lot of people do that with stand-up. Some people will just say a list of jokes. Other people tell stories. And it's not surprising because we get on here every week and we do storytelling.
That's what I said. I was like, it was basically like doing a podcast without Dipper, which was easy.
You're like, which is my preferred method?
No, I need a co-host because I need someone to keep this show moving along. I'm a mess. I would be nothing without you. Honestly, that might be true because you really did elevate my drag for me.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, because like I didn't know how to get booked for stuff. I didn't know how to do any of that, and you kind of like taught me how to like do
Don't
that.
say elevate my drag, then say like increase your hustle, because the elevation of the drag implies that I had something to do with like why your makeup is better or your wigs look better.
No, that has nothing to do with you.
No,
but
not at all.
Getting me the hustle, teaching me the hustle, because you constantly work. And we talked about this the other day, because someone was telling me, should I say her name? About a drag queen who literally is in drag almost every single day and like gets out of drag and then starts answering email and like works from the minute they wake up to the moment they go to sleep. And I know Willem is like that constantly.
Can I just say, I mean, not to like,
I know
whatever.
you're like that.
What?
I know you're like that.
Well, sure. I will say I'm working on this with my therapist. I'm talking about this with people I know. And I've even had some like sort of aggressive conversations with people about this recently where they're like, you can work all the time, but like, this is what I'm struggling with in a very real moment. I'll just say I work constantly, but also like if I'm feeling tired, I'll go sit on the couch and like watch a TV show for 30 minutes and sort of zone out and then get back to it. And I always think that's okay because like I'll work until 9:00 at night. Like I'll spend the whole day working, but if I take a break in the middle of the day, like who cares? My narrative is it's always hectic, it's always stressful. I've got too many things going on, I can't deal with that. But I've been like that for a decade. So is there value in like removing that part of the narrative and just it's a given I'm busy, it's a given I'm working on 1,000 projects? Or do I need to really hear myself and say I'm too busy, pull back?
I don't know.
Thoughts? Isn't
Well,
that it's like an interesting?
It's extremely interesting, and I feel like that's something that I'm struggling with right now at the moment, because it was like I went a full year of literally doing nothing, basically, like never having to get in drag. And then these last couple weeks, it's been every other day. You have to be at this place at this time. I'm doing this, then I'm getting into drag. I'm running over here. It's insane, and I like love it, but it also stresses me the fuck out. Like, can I say? Yesterday I had a fitting for something, and because I was like running from one thing, having to fill something out, and like running around this thing, I was sweating. And it was a nervous sweat, and it didn't stop. And I will tell you, there's nothing worse than having two women that you've never met watch you get fully patted like an animal in the zoo. It was
They were like,
so,
"What are you?"
well, they
doing?
were intrigued because they've never worked with a drag queen before, and so they had all these costumes and all this stuff, and they were just like, "Oh, those are your hip pads. Well, how do you put them on?" And then they were like, "Oh, that's 6 pairs of tights," and they were like, "Do you want some paper towels? You're sweating." And I was like, "It's just gonna get worse from here." Like, it was just gonna get worse.
I had a fitting with Marco yesterday, actually, and I went and we were like doing the fitting, and I was wearing underwear, but he was making like a singlet on me, and I like reached down and I touched my taint, and I was like, "Isn't it wet?" I was like, "I'm sorry if that's wet. I'm freshly showered." I showered. I sat for a little bit to cool down. I got in the car. I drove in the AC. I walked in the place. I sat down. I waited my turn. I got up. We like put the spandex on me. And then I'm like, is my taint sweating like during the fitting?
Okay, so I was trying on a bunch of different stuff, and I kept getting it all wet, like, because I was sweating. And so there's like different tags that they were putting on it to like go get washed, but most of the stuff, like I tried on boy clothes too, and none of that had the green tag to go get washed. But everything I tried on, even if I'm not going to be wearing it, they put the wash tag on it just for me trying it on for 2 seconds. They were like, "This fatty." And then they were like, "We'll cool down the studio for the day. Like, we'll get it dropped down really low." And one of the directors came in and goes, "Have you been in there? It's freezing." And I was like, straight people freezing and drag queen freezing are two different things.
Well, that is so funny because they talk about all the queens from TV talk about how Drag Race, the set is just like icy cold constantly. And you would be in paradise.
I would love it. I mean, I drove over there with my arms up like this with the cold air blowing on my thing, on my pits, because I was like, I can't.
That's actually what Cardi B's song Up is about, holding your arms up to air out your pits.
What a life we lead.
All right, let's take a break.
We'll be right back to talk about drugs.
Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
Now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly.
Shop.
Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. Okay, we're back. Wait, what do you want to talk about drugs for? Have you been doing some?
I tried to microdose LSD the other day.
And you did a full dose.
No, it just I spiraled. Dipper, what's wrong with me?
Girl, I'm on here asking you what's wrong with me.
Uh-oh. Well, this isn't gonna work out then.
I'm like, you're like, I can't stop doing drugs and not wanting to work. And I'm like, I can't stop working. Well,
Mama,
we need a
maybe we
little
should
sprinkle of
switch.
you. We should Freaky Friday.
We should have a baby.
No, we should Freaky Friday.
Do you think if I get in full drag and someone comes to me, I could get pregnant? If I believe hard enough?
No. You know who does believe that probably? Mayhem Miller.
Okay, let's talk
She
about Mayhem
is a
Miller. She's a
man.
If you haven't watched the Are You
If
Smarter
you
Than
haven't
a
watched
Rue Girl?
anything Mayhem has ever done, just looking so gorgeous. Have you ever watched her? Mayhem will go live and she'll be like, "Oh shit, I gotta leave my place in 25 minutes in full drag," and she's sitting there looking like a man. And by the time 25 minutes comes, full like woman manager at a Sephora.
I want to find out how to do my makeup faster. That's all I like. I don't understand. I want to see if I could cut steps out.
I think let's go back to that conversation we said about Stamped. Remember that? Your
she's
makeup,
soft. She's very soft.
It's all blendy and soft and smoky, and it's sort of like, you know, look at me talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But you do know what you're talking. You work with a lot of drag queens. You can see the difference in their makeup.
And you have like graphic lines, very similar. Like, remember that eyebrow got micted on the first episode of Drag Race with the like squiggly.
Oh yeah,
it's like that. That's like a fucking graphic design on your face. And I feel like even though you do blend, like a lot of your shapes will have like a hard line from like a white to a blue to a purple, and then the eyebrow. And that shit is hard to do so quickly. But you also don't work the entire time you do your makeup.
No. Well, Lately I have been, because I've really just been trying to get through it. Like, I figured out how to do 2 or 3 things at once.
Okay.
I can get my eyebrows set and dry while I start on the lower half of my face. But my problem is I hate when my nose is crooked, and it happens a lot. So I've gotten into the habit of like drawing it and then starting over, and like redoing it all white and then starting over. And I'll do that for 15-20 minutes.
How do you ensure that it isn't crooked?
I just keep on keeping on. It's because, I draw those like lines down the side of it to a point at the tip of my nose.
Yeah.
But sometimes, depending on where I place my eyebrows, because sometimes they're off, I like want to center it with those.
Oh, okay. Would you ever live in a van?
I would! Remember at the beginning of... Okay, so Pearl did this. She revamped a van and turned it into a little motorhome. And at the beginning of quarantine, I was watching all these videos of schoolies, which is where you take a school bus and you turn it into a home. And I was looking into, like, legitimately buying one. I found an old Bluebird one that was, like, in Santa Monica or something, and I almost bought it. But then I was like, where the fuck would I park it?
I feel like it's not for fat people.
We got to raise the roof.
No, like, I feel honestly like the shit bucket, the like weird, like if you have a water pump so you can shower, the like, but you have to be able to take the thing and like reach to all parts of your body, and like the sleeping, and you sort of have to like lean over, and like there's nowhere to like stand up and stretch. And I understand that's the point, is like you're living mobily so you get out of the van and do stuff. But I feel like it's really meant for a person who is like has a really active lifestyle outside of the van
and loves a twin bed,
and then just goes in there for like their supplies and their sleeping.
Yeah, the more I think about it, it would be just more like a vacation-y situation. Like, I would still want a home.
Yeah.
But I would be like, all right, I'm taking the bus to the Grand Canyon.
My parents are doing an RV trip.
I've been considering renting an RV.
Because they're very trip. Frances McDormand Nomad Land.
I did not watch that. What is that about?
It's about her living in a van. It's really interesting because it's very much like an Americana story. It's like she got married young and she lived in a town where the entire town it's based on a real thing. I don't know the name of the town or the company offhand, but the entire town was employed by this one company at the factory. And so like at the factory, the company like built a factory and then built all these little like row houses and a school, and literally the entire economy surrounded this like steel mill. And so like she worked there and her husband worked there and like whatever. And then once the steel mill closed, like the town, there was no way for anyone to survive. And she sort of stayed too long. And so she didn't transition out of it. And then basically she had no home. So she like moved into a van, and it's a really fascinating movie. And she does like holiday work at Amazon, and they like filmed in an Amazon fulfillment center and like showed what that job is like.
A nightmare. I know someone that worked at one for a little bit of time a couple years ago before all the stuff started coming out, and their complaint was like, I feel like I never get a break. You have to do this, you have to run around, I'm on my feet for 8 hours straight, and I don't get to go to the bathroom, and I hate it here. And then when they left, because they didn't like leave properly, they never got their final paycheck.
Oof.
From Daddy Bezos.
Well, it's so interesting because some people argue like, well, it's better than working like on a farm field. What? Yes, the clip
TikTok
of the woman,
of the trans woman who was like, they paid for my surgeries, they're paying for my house, I'm happy, and this is the work I have to do to live happily. So it's
I think some people argue like, listen, I'm getting the minimum wage is $15 an hour. It's good work. I get overtime if I take that, blah, blah, blah. But like the reality of the situation is it's only considered good work because so much other work is such shitty work. But like that is a company that is in position to like literally, I feel like every Amazon shopper in the world would be in support of the people who pack these boxes, they should have stock options in this company.
Yeah.
They should, they should get an hour-long break in the middle of the day, and not their break happens the moment they clock, but then they have to walk 10 minutes to the break room. I know, but you love Daddy Bezos.
Yeah,
if
but
you
I've
had the
actually
opportunity to
stopped
suck
shopping
his
there.
dick,
What does he look like again? Hold on, let me look up a picture.
He's bald. He looks like Lex Luthor.
Daddy. Wait, that's not his name. What is his name?
You're like
Jeff Bezos.
Sky Daddy Bezos.
Oh no, he looks like a turtle. He's got a squinty eye. No,
He
offense
does
to
look
those.
like a turtle.
He does. He looks like no. He looks like evil.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not for me.
That's not for me, Maul.
Is that his wife?
I bet.
That's a drag queen. Oh, here's a picture of him and Lizzo.
Why men great till they gotta, be great. I'm excited for new Lizzo whenever that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I hope it happens soon. She's looking like she's having a wonderful time for her birthday, though.
Did you see Simone was there?
Yeah, huh? And I saw that they all took a private jet.
PJ. So how are you feeling? Are you like ready?
For the world to open up?
Yeah.
Tonight is going to be my first night going to a bar inside.
I'm also
very
visiting an
nervous.
event this evening.
Oh, I'm going to go to that one too, yeah.
And
I'm going to two bars tonight. Oh!
I will be wearing a
Mask.
mask.
Yeah, I kind of have to wear a mask. I'm going to be in a mask. But, like, what's the point of, I mean, I understand the point of wearing a mask, but if I have to drink.
Well, that's why I'm like, Diva, I don't drink. And if I do get a Red Bull from the event, I will put a straw in it and slurp that
It's
bitch.
an open bar.
I will slurp
I'm
that
gonna be
bitch
fucked up.
under my mask.
I think I'm bringing Nicole, too. So it might be a repeat of Gigi's party.
This is the... Hi, it's me, Meatball. Every time you walk in anywhere. This is the interesting thing because it's like it's more of this big global conversation, which is like we were fucking idiots throughout the entire year. A certain portion of the population like really paid attention and tried to do well. We eventually all got impatient, but guess what? America first, Diva. We got our vaccines.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
And so what's crazy is like what's happening in India, what's happening with so many second wave places that don't have the resources. Like we are all going to be vaccinated and then won't be allowed to leave the country or do anything because the rest of the world is going to be on this slow delay dealing with all this shit.
Well, and I mean, with India, if you don't know India, they're going through another COVID crisis. Oh, they're going through the COVID crisis.
They're going
like,
through
hardcore.
the COVID crisis.
It is
at
like
this point.
the epicenter now, but it's there's talk of like if it mutates over there and then finds its way back over here, the vaccines may not work against it.
Correct. I mean, that's been the entire thing. That's why it's like, okay, girl, open up, but with caution. Like we're going to these events tonight. That's amazing, but there's no need to lick everyone's fucking face.
Well, also both of these events, it's not like an open bar; it's invite only. So it's kind of like they'll at least know who's there.
Right. And most of the people, I mean, I think almost everyone is going to be vaccinated or is getting tested all the time because it's all like industry people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same, but this is what I mean. At the same like side of the coin or the other side, do you hate when people say, but the same token on the same token?
Listen, it's time to turn a new leaf. What is turning a new leaf?
What does it mean?
What
to turn a new leaf
mean?
You know
if you
what?
turn a leaf over, it's the same leaf.
It's the same leaf. I mean, talk about a philosophical point.
She's right. She's right.
Talk
Have you
about a
seen
philosophical point.
You want to talk about philosophics? I want to say
Do you have
something that's
Candy
been on my
Muse
mind. Candy Muse news. I have none. She's not really.
Oh, but what I wanted to say about Candy Muse before you say the point that you were going to say is that how amazing that one of the through lines on Drag Race was that no one could understand Candy because of how like garbled her own mumbly fast talking voice is. And then when she was on the podcast, she was basically delivering that with technical help.
Technical difficulty. That helped. She was messing it up.
She was like, it
She was basically underwater on like the world's worst Wi-Fi. I didn't understand what was happening.
But she had her bleach blonde beard. Remember that? She was giving full Kevin.
Oh, yes. Mr.
Wait, what were you going to say?
I was going to talk about this morning. I saw a video of Tamisha Iman.
Is coming for you.
Coming for you. If you've ever said anything bad about her, she will come for you. But here's what I'm going to say. And I know Bob and Monet don't listen. But please don't ever send this to them. But she does have a point that all season they've been coming for her looks and stuff. And I understand that, like, you're allowed to do that. But her point is, on their first run of their seasons, they had shitty looks.
Go off.
I can say that they had shitty looks because just like they can say that about her. So for her to be like, listen, I don't need all this coming from you. I am an icon. I am a legend. You had shitty looks. For them to come for her so hard, it doesn't make sense to me.
I love it because I saw Bob's comment underneath the video was, please call this series Tamisha Iman is coming for you. Tamisha Iman is coming for you. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right
back.
What's that video of Monique Hart where she puts on the lip
She
gloss?
goes, ooh, what is this? Huda booty. Why did I buy this?
Not her ruining all chances of a Huda Beauty sponsorship.
I don't think that that's true. I feel like now these days, like Kimchi came for Chipotle like so many times that they sent her a box that was bigger than her. Like she couldn't get it through the door of her house.
Yeah, because I guess theoretically, if I was the marketing person at Huda Booty and the video of Monique Hart saying Huda Booty went
Huda
viral,
Booty.
I would then reach out to Monique and be like, let's do a collab where we convince you how great our products are and pay you coins.
Yeah. Also, the reason she said, why did I buy that and like didn't like it was because it was the same color as her skin.
Which
like
is so funny.
She bought a lipstick that was it like erased her
putting
lips.
it on and it didn't do anything.
She was like, why did I buy this?
Here's a voicemail.
Hi, Big Dipper. Hi, Meatball. I love you both. I love the podcast. Please don't ever stop yelling just because some stupid little fucks don't know how to turn down their volume. I never thought I'd have a fuck talk story for you, but a recent episode reminded me that I do. Let's go. So a couple years back, I've been hooking up with this dude. We've been friends for years, hooking up for a couple months. Sex is good. Whatever. It's my birthday. We end up spending the whole day together. He's super sweet. We have a great day. So go back to my place, and we're hooking up on my white couch. I'm sitting on the couch. He's standing up. I'm blowing him. So it's going well. You know, he comes, but, we've been drinking. So he comes, and as he comes, he starts to pee. And he's peeing, like, not a little bit, but so much pee in my mouth. And I'm on my white couch, so it's not like I can push him away or, you know, move him or anything because he's going to get piss all over my couch. At the very least, it's going to, like, dribble on there, and I don't want pee on my nice white couch. So I just
Is your couch nice and white?
And swallow, like, I don't know, probably 2 measuring cups of this drunk dude's pee to save my couch on my birthday. So
on your birthday? That's an
now
assault.
that dude is my boyfriend of 3 years, and every year on my birthday he asks if I want him to pee in my mouth. Thanks so much. Goodbye.
That is so
much
brave.
to unpack.
Because I just watched a video on the reason why it's hard to pee after you come is because there's like something.
Valve.
There's yes, it's a valve. So his valve must be broke.
Wow.
Have you ever?
I'm just thinking about cum. You're cum in the mouth. You're swallowing the mouth. Then you're like, other liquid. Oh wait, that's pee. I've got to save my couch.
Let me drink your urine.
Like so much processing had to happen in order to make that happen. Like to save the couch.
Well, maybe when you're drunk, don't you just make really quick decisions? Like,
well, I'm talking about her. Oh, I guess she was drunk too.
Yeah, it was her birthday.
I will tell you this. Shout out to the delivery of that story, and I think I know the perfect way to describe it. Treat these voicemails like a TikTok. You know how people on TikTok are very concise with how they tell
No,
stories?
No, because people are long and they're like for part 2, and I would rather die than have to click on your thing. So I'll sit through it being like, okay, when are we going to get to the end? When are we going to get to the end? Oh, like for part 2, not going to happen. I just wasted a minute. Anyway.
Girl. That is so wild. But also, shout out to now they've been dating for 3 years and he goes, do you want to drink my pee every year on her birthday? At least it was drunk pee, which probably means beer pee, which probably means like a lot of water and like pretty chill.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it was probably clear. Like he probably could have hit the couch or just turned his body and aimed at the, I hope you have a hardwood. If it was a hardwood, I'd be like, do it over there.
That is intense. And then to date him? Good
That's
for
love.
you. You better enjoy the human experience.
I would never let anyone pee in my mouth. That's so disrespectful to me.
All right, here's another one.
Hi, Big Dick Rooney Meatball. My name is, I'm not going to say my name.
Your name is Eureka O'Hara.
O'Hara, come on!
Doesn't
I
it
can
sound-
hear the cocaine in the throat.
Doesn't it sound like Eureka?
Yeah.
Listen,
O'Hara.
Hi, Big Dick Rooney Meatball. My name is, I'm not going to tell you my name, but I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I just want to tell you a story about a wonderful place that I know and love in my adventure when I choked on a dick and a
Word.
Coke bag in P-Town. There was one
Oh,
time
it is
that me and my
Eureka.
friends used to go up every year, and we got a house for a week. And we had another one of our friends come up, and it turns out that this extra friend was, I don't know if they just like had a lot of Coke or if they were going to sell it. 'Cause it was already a small bag. So this was when I was in my younger 20s. So I was like all about a girl. So I decided that a lot of my vacation money this one night was going to go to buying cocaine for my friend and just running around P-Town all night. I don't know if you've
Well-
ever heard of the Dick Docks,
yes.
but it's,
What?
go under the dock at night, pitch black, lots of dicks, lots of dogs, lots of all that stuff. And I had a residual Coke bag, chomping down on it while eating it like gum.
Oh, no, girl, love yourself.
And I was feeling myself. Me and my friends went down. We were going to go get some ass. So I'm on my knees, sucking a dick, and I forget that I have this little Coke bag in my mouth. So he thrusts his penis down my throat, lodging the Coke bag down my windpipe. So I obviously start choking. And I don't know if he was into it or if he liked the choking, but when I pulled the cock out of my mouth, as he was kind of chuckling, I shushed him and he walked away. And that was a time that a Coke bag down my throat denied me of some dick. But I still got some dick afterward from somebody else, so it's no big deal. Thank you, bye!
Oh, my God.
I need to understand the idea of chewing on a residual Coke bag.
Okay, so you're like fucked up, right? You've done so much Coke and you just want more because that's how Coke works. So you normally, they come in these little tiny little baggies and you rip open the bag and most people just like lick it or rub the inside of the bag, the residual cocaine on their gums. This person decided to chew it. I know that when I do Coke, I like to chew gum because you want to like bite. That's why that's why when people do like Molly or something at raves, they have like a little baby pacifier because it gives you something to suck and chew on. So this has actually kind of happened to me before where I had done a bunch of blow and I was giving a guy a blowjob, but I had gum in my mouth and I didn't have any more gum. So in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to put the gum in my cheek so that when this is over, I could still chew this gum. And I ended up like choking on the gum while I was blowing him because, you're moving your mouth around a bunch. Thoughts?
I am happy I don't do drugs.
You're lost.
I will say, okay, so in P-Town, the place called the Dick Dock,
Yeah, what is that about?
it's like a big dock. So a lot of the places in P-Town are on the water. And so like the hotel or the bar or whatever will have a big deck. And the deck will sort of like be built over the beach. So when you're on the deck, you're like looking over the water, which means there are all of these posts that go into
Yeah.
the sand, and underneath it, it's sort of like dark and shadowy, and there's like cross beams and posts.
So it's not
and
just at night, it's all day.
Well, no, during the day it's sort of visible. So it mostly is at night. And it basically is just this like iconic cruising spot because, you know, there's nothing residential and it's sort of like a spot people go to at night. So people just go down there and stroll around and cruise and then they just fuck. And if you go down during the day, it's just like condoms everywhere. It's very much like
Why
residual
can't people pick
cruising
up
grounds.
the condoms?
Well, I
It's
don't
terrible.
know. They might be too busy with a Coke bag in their throat. We're talking about the type of people who go down there. I mean, I guess there's a small percentage, like that percentage would be me, of like stone cold sober people who are like, it's 2 a.m. I'm going to go suck some dick.
Must go check.
Set my alarm. I went to bed at 9.
If anyone has any fun cruising stories, cruising just interests me right now. It's like
Cruising
my new
now.
It's like my new pump dick. I just have so many questions about how it works.
Did you see Charlene posted
What did she post?
Charlene posted a clip of, and we're gonna have Charlene on the podcast in a week
Yes,
or
we're
two.
so excited.
Charlene posted like an Instagram story where she was like watching Brokeback Mountain, and she put like that filter with like the hoop earrings and the eye makeup. I think it's called Bay.
Yeah.
Put that filter on the screen, and it was the moment when Jake Gyllenhaal's character meets Anne Hathaway's character. And her caption was, "The way Anne Hathaway just cruised this faggot." It's so funny to me because it like she rides past him on the horse and her hat falls down. She circles back on the horse, rides up slow to him, reaches her hand out. He like looks up at her, hands her the hat. She grabs it, throws it on her head, sort of like spins the horse around, winks, and like rides off. And it was just like, it was just like the perfect idea of like the way Anne Hathaway just cruised this faggot is so funny to me.
Oh my God,
Go ahead, Charlene.
Charlene is so funny.
I
I'm
know.
excited to have her on the pod.
We've got some great guests coming up. I'm really excited. Listen, if you have, let's open it up to our folks. If you want to DM us on Instagram or send an email with suggestions of guests, we both love talking to our friends. Sometimes we get a little clouded and we're like, yeah, who could we have? You know, it's like sometimes it's hard to think about people, but like we love to also talk to strangers and people we've never met before. The majority of people who have been on the show, I think we've interacted with in real life, sort of prior to them being a guest. But
Yeah. I could talk to a complete stranger.
yeah, I think it would be fun, especially someone who's like work we really like or whatever. So if you have any suggestions of people you think we would get along with, just let us know.
Yeah.
You know, just doing some spring summer pride programming coming up.
Ooh, Mama Miss Pride, she's coming.
Are you ready to serve it and turn it for Miss Pride?
Yes, I am. Well, here's my question. So everything opens up on June 15th, but does
In
that mean
California.
yes. But Pride normally happens at the beginning of June.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be different. I just got hit up about an outdoor gig in a different state where it would be like they would bring me out there to do a concert, but they would sell tickets. They would sell pod tickets, and each pod would max out at 10 people. So, you know, it would still be Pride, outdoor, June, travel, gig, concert, the whole thing.
I almost did a gig at the end of this month, but then the COVID numbers started to spike in that city.
Yeah. So that, I mean, I think that's what we're going to be dealing with. And I think as like vaccinated people, and as the performer, it's going to be like, we're going to start getting opportunities to do that, but it's going to be about comfort level and working with the promoter to see how comfortable you are. Like, I think some places we'll be flying to and like being masked up the entire time. Like I'm happy to be unmasked outdoors if I'm distant on a stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But like for a lot of these like drag brunch gigs, the whole point is because it's like an outdoor distance, you as the queen have to walk around from person to person to do.
That's truly not my fantasy.
Right, exactly. And that's hard. It's sort of like we were talking about Mayhem. She posted something about, you know, she does a brunch in Palm Springs at Chill Bar, and they've taken over like 2 parking lots in order to accommodate like the outdoors and the tables. Girl, Miss Thing is in sneakers so that she can run around from table to table because it's like you're doing 2 parking lots, like laps on laps of 2 parking lots.
I'd be sweating. I'd be dripping sweat. I was walking through
Dripping.
WeHo in full drag the other day, and it was like 90 degrees out, and everyone was like, "Are you okay?" Anyway,
Yeah.
enough about me and my sweat. It's time for me to go get Botox in my armpits and my forehead again.
Bibbity bobbity boo. Well, Meatball, what a lovely time chatting with you.
I love chit-chatting with you.
It's gonna be
May. All right. If you want to follow us, you can go to our Instagram at Spiciest Meatball and Big Dipper Jelly on Instagram, or Fat Drag Meatball on Twitter. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which now come out every Tuesday and Friday. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. And if you want to call and tell us a fun little talk, you can call 213-536-8918. 80. Wait,
hey
was that the number? Hey!
213
536. No,
213
536.
536 91 80.
80. If you can figure out that, enjoy. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Doodle-doo-doo. Forever dog. To listen to Sloppy Seconds ad-free and one day early, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Music, editing, and sound design by William Pitt.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.